Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. I'm Nick Stevens along with TJ Thorpe. We're here for the second game of the Wake County Football Showcase. It features Holly Springs and the Golden Hawks against the Wakefield Wolverines. TJ, these are two teams both looking for their first wins of the season after close losses last week. Holly Springs lost to Panther Creek 13-10, low-scoring game. Wakefield lost to Heritage 30-28, so two losses by combined 5 points. Could be in for a close one here as well.
Yeah, I'm expecting a close game. However, I'm expecting the tale of two games. So we had the first game, a lot of heavy running. I'm expecting this to be more balanced attacks by both teams, but a lot more putting it on the pass.
We'll see Holly Springs running back Lamar Daniels. He's a 1,000-yard rusher last season, 9 rushing touchdowns for the Golden Hawks. But this Wakefield offense is one that has really started to turn the corner under their new first-year head coach. They scored 28 points last week. It was more than they scored in any single game a year ago.
Yep, and that's what they came here to do, right? They have a new staff, they have new play callers, new concepts, and the point is get points scored. Obviously, your defense can't win every game for you, so what do? We got to find ways to put points up.
Brandon Hughes is the new head coach at Wakefield. He comes from programs that are used to winning. He arrived from Millbrook last season. This is his first year at Wakefield. He also played and coached at Cleveland. So two programs that have seen a lot of success. Wakefield looking for its first winning season since 2015. So seeing that improvement that quickly on offense, a welcome sight for the Wakefield Wolverines. And we're about to get things started here. Holly Springs wearing their black uniforms, and I think you like those purple helmets, don't you? You called them the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes. It's giving. It's giving Baltimore Raven. It's giving Thief in the Night. A little bit of Batman, right? You know what I mean? But in all seriousness, they look like the Ravens. Let's hope they, for Holly Springs' sake, play like the Ravens.
Wakefield will receive the opening kickoff here. Back to receive for the Wolverines is Naira Harrington, the junior safety and running back for Wakefield. Kick is up and we are underway here at WakeMed Soccer Park, and that is fielded just around the 5-yard line and returned out to the 25-yard line where the Wakefield offense will take over. That was Grayson Brogdon on the return for the Wolverines.
And one of Wakefield's top targets, and he's not hard to find, is number 4, Grayson Clopton. So he is a whopping 6'6" senior, 225 pounds, and as you can imagine, he is a passing threat.
4 catches for 36 yards against Heritage, including a touchdown. He is a verbal commit to Brown. They keep it on the ground here on first down, and a nice run right out of the gate for number 12, Naira Harrington. He gets out to the 30-yard line, and it'll be a gain of 5, and 2nd and 5 coming up now for
an early
Wakefield.
Penalty already.
And it came after the whistle. You don't want to see those.
Looks like the ref is saying there's some extracurricular after either A, one of the blocks, or 2, just some early chippiness.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Wakefield is the call. That is a 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. Second down.
So a dead ball unsportsmanlike penalty turned 2nd and 5 into 2nd and 20, and those can be drive killers. You know the coaching staff here on the Wakefield sideline unhappy about that.
Yeah, anytime you have post-snap penalties, any of the two, you are, I will say, a little upset as a coach.
They send Harrington in motion this time, and that pass is off the fingertips of Dominique Stevens. That'll bring up 3rd down.
And right there, just getting his eyes down the field before securing the catch. And technically, it goes down as an incompletion for the quarterback, but I know he's looking at him like, what in the world? Now a long 3rd down coming here.
I think they're probably going to the air on 3rd and 20.
That'd be a good guess.
Brogdon's pass is intercepted. Holly Springs making a big defensive play there just inside the 40-yard line. I believe that was Carter Nelson on the interception for the Golden Hawks.
Great job by the Golden Hawks of Holly Springs. We said they're going to play a lot like the Ravens, but right here, good pressure and finding a way. Now, right there, you probably missed the throw on the deep out, but again, it's early in the game. There's going to be some mistakes made by both teams, but way to get out to a fast start if you're Holly Springs.
Holly Springs, good field position to start at the 38-yard line of Wakefield, where it'll be 1st down. And you'll probably see some Lamar Daniels here. No, pass intended there for Malik Martin.
And as we said in the beginning of this game, both of these teams definitely like to spin it, so we can expect them to push the ball out on the field and make some big plays.
So in the previous game, we had, you good? The running back's nickname was Duck.
Yeah.
This game, the running back in the backfield right now, number 8, his nickname is Chop. And he's got the ball here, Chop Perkins, the senior running back for the Golden Hawks. Gain of about 6 on that. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Duck and Chop. Like it. Now, do you think chop might be short for pork chop, or loin chop?
I have no idea.
Lamb chop.
You'll have to ask him.
Looks like Wakefield's showing some pressure.
They give it right back to Chop, and he's going to be gone. 32 yards for a touchdown. That didn't take long for Holly Springs to find the end zone.
No, and I think we just figured out why they call him Chop, because he just chopped through the defense. Oh, that was corny. We love dad jokes.
32-yard touchdown run for Chop Perkins. Gets the first points on the board tonight, just over 90 seconds into this one.
And great job by Holly Springs. Coming out, sticking to the game plan, but capitalizing on an early Wakefield mistake.
Extra point is good. So with 10:27 left in the first, it's 7-0. Holly Springs over Wakefield.
And right here, just a simple dive. When you bring pressure like that, all-out pressure, zero coverage on the back end, you find a crease and do what we talked about with Duck, with James Adams in the first game, and put your head on that goalpost if you're a runner.
Pretty good start if you're Holly Springs. An interception gives you a short field, and you turn it into a 32-yard touchdown from your running back. 7-0 lead, 10:26 to go in the first quarter for Holly Springs, and now they are kicking off to Wakefield.
The Baltimore Holly Springs. Can't call them the Holly Springs Ravens. That seems disrespectful.
They're the Golden Hawks.
Exactly. Call them Flock Nation. Copyright.
Head coach Robert Firth at Holly Springs entering his 12th season at the school. This one fielded once again by Grayson Brogdon. And he gets out just past the 20 down to the 21-yard line where the Wakefield offense will take over. We mentioned this on our earlier broadcast of the Southeast Raleigh Dudley game, TJ, but when I was doing prep for this, for today, for these games, one thing I realized was Holly Springs in 2007, their first ever varsity touchdown as a program came against Wakefield.
Well, looks
Also,
like something's done changed.
It's hard to believe that Holly Springs has been around for a decade, or for 20 years now. I remember when they opened.
Wait, 20 years?
2007?
Oh, my gosh.
As a varsity team, that means in 2006 they had JV only. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I don't think you need to age our audience like that. And another good stop by this Holly Springs defense. They look inspired.
That's something you expect to see from Robert Firth's teams. They're always good on defense. That's one of his big focuses as a head coach. He was a defensive coordinator for a long time as well.
And one of the emphasis on defense, as we've said in the first game, is making sure we have these type of down and distance, second, third and long, where we can make the team pretty one-dimensional. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Wakefield keeping this one on the ground. That was Chris Smith on the carry.
Gain of 5, third down and 6.
And now look, we have a third and medium. We'll see if Grayson Clopton is one of their targets, number 4 in the slot for Wakefield.
Landon Brogdon is the quarterback for Wakefield, number 9. He's got Chris Smith on his left side. Brockton back to pass, and it is incomplete. Little high there for Dominic Stevens along the sideline, and now Wakefield will punt to Holly Springs.
Yeah, good play call. Just missed the throw, but again, down the road, later in this game, I think they'll come back to that and have some success. They got a shield punt, no gunners. They have a big chance to get a good return.
Zach Wilson's punt is a high punt, and it is caught.
Flag
comes in. That's going to be a catch interference call, even though Michael Bland was able to bring that one in. And you're seeing some costly penalties early here for Wakefield.
Yep. A lot of what we saw in the first game is a lot of what we're seeing here. You got a lot of early turnovers, a lot of early penalties. And again, it's just early season jitters that these guys will exercise and get out of them throughout the game.
Kick catch interference is the call against Wakefield, and that is going to give Holly Springs really good field position yet again. In Wakefield territory is where this drive will start at the 44-yard line. Holly Springs, quick pitch to Daniel Sasanya. And he will gain 3 or 4 on that. We'll see where they spot it.
Had some pretty good, tough running right there, but not much there for him to get running into the boundary.
2nd down and 7 after they spot it at the 41-yard line. I'm sorry, that was Caden Peterson on that carry for Holly Springs. Just looking at the Wakefield roster. Just looking at the wrong roster when I reading names. So we'll make sure Caden Peterson gets his due. Sophomore for Holly Springs. Encroachment on Wakefield moves it up 5 more yards, so 2nd and long 2 here for Holly Springs. Jaden Perkins, they call him Chop, in the backfield along with Cole Paré. Paré under pressure, and he escapes it. And they eventually get to him. He's going to be sacked for a loss of a yard on the play there, so 3rd down now. It'll be 3rd and about 4 for Holly Springs.
Good pressure right there by Wakefield. The 3rd and manageable for Holly Springs. Let's see what Wakefield dials up to maybe get the ball out their hands quick.
They keep this one on the ground. That is Malik Martin on the carry. He's going to get a 1st down on that carry for Holly Springs. Down to about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Golden Hawks.
A nice play design. A little play action fake with the option. Good wrinkle.
Holly Springs keeps it on the ground. That is Lamar Daniels, his 1st carry of the night. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 now coming for the Hawks.
One thing we haven't seen is them take advantage of this one-on-one coverage down at the bottom.
Paré takes off, stays on his feet. He's going to gain about 5 or 6 on that play.
Looks like there's a flag probably in the area of holding.
We'll see what the call is from the official. And it will be a hold on Holly Springs, so that'll be a 10-yard penalty. And wipe off the gain there from Paré. That'll back Holly Springs up to the 42-yard line. That's really the first big mistake we've seen from Holly Springs tonight. That's going to make it 2nd and about 20.
So
19.
far, pretty clean game in the early goings for Holly Springs. So putting themselves 10 yards behind the sticks does not help trying to push to the lead.
6 minutes gone here in the 1st quarter of this one. Holly Springs up 7-0 on Wakefield in the final game of the Wake County Football Showcase. And we're going to get a delay of game penalty, or did they call a timeout first? Looks like they got a timeout.
Okay.
So timeout Holly Springs. 5:46 to go. The Golden Hawks have a 7-0 lead on Wakefield. We will be right back.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season, students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete. Back on the field next season.
2nd and 19 for Holly Springs here out of the timeout at WakeMed Soccer Park. Paré dropping back to pass, looks left sideline, and it is out of bounds, incomplete. 3rd down coming up for Holly Springs.
Yeah, right there, just ran out of real estate. Now you're in a favorable down and distance if you're Wakefield. 3rd and 19, you know that the pass is likely to come, but you never know, it might be some draws or anything delayed out the backfield. Long story short, this is where you want them.
They send a man in motion. Pare looking for the screen pass, and it is caught by Caden Peterson. And Peterson's going to be close to the first down marker. It will depend on the spot. They needed to get down to the 23-yard line, and it looks like they did. They're going to be marked down at the 21. That is a first down, a gain of 22.
Wow. Great call. Get the defense going one way and bring the tunnel screen back the other way to one of your best playmakers.
$5:29 to go in the first quarter. Holly Springs up 7-0 and driving now, and I believe we're going to have another timeout. Wakefield taking a timeout now with 5:29 to go in the first quarter. Defense needs a stop. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. I'm Nick Stevens along with TJ Thorpe. We are about halfway through the first quarter. Holly Springs 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. They already lead 7-0 against Wakefield, trying to add on here in the first quarter.
And just for those of you just tuning in, Wakefield just gave up a backbreaker on 3rd down, or 3rd and 21.
3rd and 19.
3rd and 19.
They got 22 on a screen pass, and now they're going to keep it on the ground here. That was Chop Perkins on the carry, and he will be dropped after a gain of 1, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
It appears to be Daniel Sasanya, junior, linebacker, strong safety, coming up, putting a good lick on Chop. Lick on Chop. It's like I feel like the nickname, it feels like I'm not speaking English. It's like broken.
2nd down for Holly Springs. They hand this one back to Perkins. No, they fake the handoff, and that's going to be a sack. Pare dropped for a loss of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Third and 12 now for Holly Springs, so another 3rd and long where Wakefield's defense will hope to hold here.
We're right here. You converted on 3rd and 19. Let's see what you have drawn up for 3rd and 12.
Pare looking right side. It is incomplete, intended for Michael Kirshner, and the Wakefield defense forces a 4th down.
That was sophomore cornerback Chris Smith on the coverage. Tight coverage, way to turn back, look for the ball, and I think they were very close if you're Holly Springs from coming down with the big play.
4th down, and it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 12 for Holly Springs. Ball at the 23-yard line. Pare looking right side again, and it is caught. A 1st down for Holly Springs. That was Lamar Daniels on the reception, and he is inside the 10-yard line down to the 8. It will be 1st and goal for the Golden Hawks.
And a great throw right here by Cole Pare. Look at that. Nice touch over the defender, keeping his guy in bounds and allowing him to actually have a little bit of yards after catch. Great touch by the quarterback.
First and goal for Holly Springs. A 3rd and 19 they convert. A 4th and 12 they convert on this drive. And if you're the Wakefield defense, that's not what you want to see.
No, we got to find ways to get off the field.
They keep it on the ground here. And Daniels is close to the goal line, down to the 1. 2nd and goal now for the Golden Hawks.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and goal from the 2.
And under center with a heavy jumbo look. Oh, I'm sorry. Direct snap.
That snap went to Dylan Krotz, and he is down after a short gain. Helmet comes off there for one of the Wakefield players, Luis Vargas.
And looks like they also brought back in Jaden Chop Perkins.
He might be getting a direct snap here.
It appears he is, and it doesn't look like they're going to stop him.
In for the touchdown. It is Chop in the end zone. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night, and Holly Springs now has a 13-0 lead.
When you need to chop the defense off, bring Chop into the game. Jaden Perkins, that is.
He had a 32-yard touchdown run on Holly Springs' first drive, and now a 1-yard touchdown run on their 2nd. As we await the extra point, that kick is up, and it is good. 14-0, Holly Springs over Wakefield just inside 3 minutes ago here in the first quarter at the Wake County Football Showcase here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. If you're Wakefield, TJ, how do you want to answer this right now? You need some points on this drive, right?
Yeah, you definitely need some points to stop the bleeding, right? Because going down 3 scores this early is giving the other team a great head start. But maybe we saw a return big in the first game. Maybe I think it's time for Wakefield to get something going on special teams, see if that can feed into their offense and get some points going.
We got a little bit of a clock discrepancy right now. It's showing 2:57 in this stadium, but the clock ran a little bit during that extra point. Ran for about 11 seconds. So we'll see if they're going to put time back on. I'm not sure the officials actually, I'm not sure anybody actually noticed it. The only reason we noticed it is because of our graphic system.
Here you go, Nick. Bearer of bad news.
Looks like we'll play through. Kick is up, and it is fielded near the 20-yard line. Brought out to the 30, and it is going to be called down around the 32.
Holly Springs has looked really good, especially on special teams. Not a lot of lanes to run, squeezing the ball, and making sure that these are very short returns that leave them with a long field.
14 points in the first quarter for Holly Springs, already outperforming its numbers from last week. They lost 13-10 against Panther Creek in week 1. So Coach Firth going to like what he sees from his offense there. 2 for 2 here in the first quarter. Wakefield now trying to find some points. It's 1st and 10. Looks like they've marked it about the 30-yard line. That pass is incomplete.
That's one thing we know about Wakefield. As I said, they're going to pass the ball. So it's only a matter of time before they start hitting some of these routine throws and start pushing the ball down the field.
2nd and 10 now from the 30-yard line for the Wolverines. Landon Brogdon is the quarterback for Wakefield. That snap kind of low, and he just jumps on top of it down to the 25. So that'll be a loss of 5, and 3rd and 15 now coming up for Wakefield. And we've seen penalties and now some negative plays that have really hurt these Wakefield drives early in this one.
Yeah, a lot of these miscues are the reason for Wakefield's first couple of drives to stall out.
Another low snap. Brogdon's able to get this one, though, and the pass is incomplete along the sideline, intended for Grayson Brogdon. And now 4th down, 4th and 15, and the punting unit comes out onto the field for the Wolverines. Not much time gone there, less than a minute that drive took. And now Holly Springs already up 14-0, going to have a chance to add to it before the end of this quarter.
Yep, and that's the problem with being so pass heavy sometimes. Before you know it, you're giving the team ball back. They haven't moved the ball, and yet no time has elapsed either, as you alluded to. So makes for getting out of hand pretty quickly, but on the inverse of that, they can put up points really quick as well.
They get the punt away, and it is going to be recovered, muffed by Holly Springs, recovered by Wakefield. That was number 22, Chris McCullum, on the recovery for the Wolverines, and maybe that is the special teams play that Wakefield needs to get something started.
Exactly that. We talked about special teams being the thing that can change the momentum, and sometimes it's not always a return, but a muff punt.
Wakefield still not quite across midfield at the 49-yard line. We'll see what they opt to do here. Do you keep it on the ground or do you take a shot? It's like they'll keep it on the ground.
Looks like
Harrington on the carry, and he's got enough for another 1st down, down inside the 35-yard line.
Right there. Had another low snap, but able to field it, get it on the ground, and get it to your playmakers. Now it looks like they're settling in.
Ball down to the 32-yard line of Holly Springs. First time in positive territory tonight for the Wolverines. Landon Brogdon hands this one right back to Naira Harrington, and Harrington's going to be dropped near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, 2nd down.
That looks like James O'Kelly, number 10 for Holly Springs, coming through there. And, I mean, he had bad intentions, Nick. He met him behind the line of scrimmage and slammed him down and looked a little UFC remnant.
Inside a minute left here in the first quarter. Wakefield driving down 14-0. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Wolverines. And Wakefield going to call a timeout as the play clock was about to expire. So timeout Wakefield, 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Holly Springs 14, Wakefield nothing, but the Wolverines are driving. We'll be right back at WakeMed Soccer Park right after this.
Core values: sportsmanship, integrity, respect, and accountability.
As we cheer, remember our purpose:
creating opportunities for students to learn, compete, and grow.
Tonight, we challenge everyone to set the standard through actions and examples.
Together, through leadership, service, and sportsmanship, we can set the standard.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. Wakefield out of the timeout. 3rd and 10 coming up from the 32-yard line. 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. I'm sorry, 2nd and 10, not 3rd. 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Wakefield trying to get some points before the quarter ends, down 14-0. A good start for Holly Springs after Wakefield made a few mistakes in this one.
Now Wakefield's looking to capitalize on one of Holly Springs' very own mistakes.
Brogdon's pass is complete, and hit in the backfield is Chris Smith. The ball came loose, but they're going to say he was down before the ball came out.
And a big hit by Dylan Krotz, a senior.
Third down coming up here for Holly Springs, or for Wakefield. It'll be 3rd and about 13. And it looks like we're going to go to the end of the quarter. Yes, we are. After 1 quarter of play, Holly Springs has a 14-0 lead on Wakefield here in the Wake County Football Showcase. We will be right back with the second quarter right after this.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season, students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete back on the field next season, because this is worth protecting.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. We're getting ready to start the second quarter. Holly Springs with a 14-0 lead on Wakefield. Wakefield 3rd and 12 coming up here from the 35-yard line of the Golden Hawks. If you're just joining us here on WakeCountyAthleticZone.com or the NFHS Network, Holly Springs took advantage of some early mistakes by Wakefield, turned into 2 touchdowns, a 32-yard touchdown by Chop Perkins, and a 1-yard touchdown from Chop Perkins. 2 touchdowns for Perkins in the first quarter. That pass is incomplete.
And it looked like the receiver slipped out his break on that pass, but way to close by the defense, keeping the windows extremely tight.
That pass was intended for Dominic Stevens on the far sideline, the sophomore wide receiver. Both games tonight, we've seen some talented young players, underclassmen.
For sure. Let you know this area is going to be in good hands for a good time. Good time.
4th and 12, and Wolverines will go for it. Deep ball to the end zone, incomplete. Pass intended for Grayson Brogdon, and the Holly Springs defense does its job. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Golden Hawks will take over at their own 35-yard line, 12 seconds into the second quarter.
And it looked like Grayson Brogdon had a step on that, but just a little too much from the quarterback. Wasn't able to reel it in.
Holly Springs going to try to add on to this 14-0 lead here in the second quarter. That run is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage on first down.
Looked like they were able to sneak in right between those old linemen and get their hands on Chop Perkins before he could get going.
Luis Vargas on the stop there for Wakefield. He's had a few good stops already in this one tonight. Vargas got intercepted.
Great play.
And this one could go
Keep
all
going.
the way back. Touchdown. It is a pick six for Wakefield. Number 34, Gabriel Loyola, with the pick six, gets Wakefield within a score.
And right there, Holly Springs tries to catch Wakefield napping. And quite frankly, I think it was the other way around. Gabriel Loyola, a little gamesmanship, playing up the blitz, dropping in the coverage, and making a play on the ball.
Well, the offense has not been able to find the end zone, but the defense has now, and that changes this one up a little bit. You were looking at Holly Springs trying to go up 3 scores. Now it's a 1-score game after the interception and touchdown from Gabriel Loyola. And that extra point is up and good. So 14-7 now, less than a minute into the second quarter. Holly Springs still up by a touchdown, but Wakefield has a little bit of momentum now.
Yep, and that's what you need. Sometimes it doesn't come from the offense, but what you do get is a spark from your defense. Your senior leader as the linebacker, watch him here. He's reading, and immediately knows where he's going. I got to imagine he's seen that one on film.
38-yard interception return for a touchdown for Gabriel Loyola. And it is a 1-score game now. 14-7 Holly Springs over Wakefield in the second quarter.
Now, if you're Wakefield, you got to keep building. You got to keep building. You have some momentum now. You didn't know you were looking at being down 3 scores. Now you're down 1, and as you said, what do you do now to come out, keep the momentum rolling?
Probably gives the defense some extra confidence as well after giving up touchdowns on both the Holly Springs drives in the first quarter.
Yeah, no, for sure. What I saw from Wakefield is going cover 0 on the last few possessions was allowing them, leaving them susceptible to be gashed. But making the adjustments, going to more of a 4-down look instead of the typical 3-down look has paid off big in that last drive.
Kick is up and away to Holly Springs. It'll be fielded near the 10-yard line and brought out just past the 20 is where the Holly Springs offense will get started here on this drive.
Yeah, not much room to run, but you're outside the 20, I believe. Yes, you're outside the 20, and you're able to have some breathing room to work your full catalog on offense.
Cole Paré back out at quarterback after the pick six. Got to have a short memory if you're Cole Paré. Paré right back to the air, and it is off the fingertips. That was a incomplete pass intended for Caden Peterson. That could have been dangerous there if there was a defender behind him.
Could have been dangerous, but definitely a catchable ball.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I think even Caden Peterson would say he should have caught that one.
He better.
Second and 10 now. Paré, quick pass out to the right side. That is also off the fingertips of his receiver, Michael Kirshner, the intended receiver there. And now it's 3rd and 10.
So there you go. 2 plays, 2 drops. No yards gained, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
And only 6 seconds have run off the clock.
That's what happens with some of these quick spread offenses. If we're not completing the pass, you're allowing the opposing team enough time to always have the ability to come back.
Paré back there with Chop Perkins. Cary going far sideline. It is incomplete. That one was intended for Noah Shackelford. And now it is 4th down.
It looks like
We have a
there's
flag.
yeah, it looks like there's a flag on the opposite sideline.
I did not see the flag come out, but it does. I do see it now, over near the 34-yard line. We're going to have a pass interference called against Wakefield, so that will extend the drive.
Talk about a momentum killer.
I don't know if we can get that replay queued up. I'd like to see that.
I think there was just a little bit of hand fighting going down the sideline.
We'll see if we can cue that up in just a minute. Cary takes a snap. They're going to keep this one on the ground. That's Chop Perkins. He'll gain a couple on that. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's that replay of the pass interference.
Right there, he's just giving his guy a chance. Looks like some incidental contact, maybe tripped over his feet a little bit.
I do know this. One of the common misconceptions in high school football is it does not have to be a catchable pass to be pass interference.
No, it does not.
Back to the ground they go. Lamar Daniels on the carry here. He gets a 1st down out near midfield. They'll call him down at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hawks.
And that's one thing the Golden Hawks have done all night is really get behind their pads, put pressure on this defense in the run game.
Ball now at the 49-yard line of Holly Springs. Cary pass out right side off the fingertips of his receiver and incomplete.
Yeah, I know Kopar is going to have a conversation with his guys about catching the ball first before they try to take off and run.
You're the receiver here, so did you ever do that?
Unfortunately, I've had a few. Not as many as we've seen just now, but a lot of that is just taking your eyes to the catch point.
Cary faked the handoff and took it himself for a gain of about 5. He's across midfield down to the 46-yard line of Wakefield, so it'll be 3rd and 5 now coming up here for Holly Springs.
You know, 1 or 2 more drops, and you see he said, you know what, I'll just do it myself.
Third down for Holly Springs. They keep it on the ground. Chop Perkins hit right at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. 4th down now for the Hawks.
That's a great defensive play by Wakefield. Ready to reestablish the line of scrimmage. Get the push when you need it. Now, interesting field position. I'd be looking for fakes right here.
Yeah, it is a place where you might see that.
Especially with no one besides the punt return deep. Okay, we got one guy, and they look like they've made the adjustment. Good, great job.
The punt is away. And it's going to bounce around the 21 and roll into a favorable spot for Holly Springs inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. That is where Wakefield will begin its drive. 8:17 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Wakefield with the ball and finds itself down by 1 touchdown. This feels like this game shifted a lot in the first 4 minutes of the 2nd quarter.
It did. We were looking at possibly we have video game players out there, a 21 give up sticks type of moment, and now we're here in a 1-score game with Wakefield driving.
I don't think Wakefield was going to give up the sticks.
No. Let's hope not.
Wolverines keep this on the ground, and they've got room to run out across the 20.
A great run on 1st down.
I believe that was Jack Loving on the carry, a sophomore running back.
It's like a gain of 7. Is that look about right to you?
It looks like it's about 2nd and 3 here for Wakefield. Brogdon back to pass. It is complete to the other Brogdon, Grayson Brogdon. And that is good for a first down. So Landon Brogdon to Grayson Brogdon.
Dare we say they're relayed?
You think so, huh?
Either that or they're twins with similar names.
That will give Wakefield a first down at the 30-yard line. And this time they go right back to the ground, and Jack Loving might go the distance. He's across the 30.
He's stepping,
the
got
20,
one guy to beat.
And they do bring him down just outside the 10-yard line. What a run for Jack Loving.
And right here, right off the left edge, he finds the crease and turns on the gas. And just one more guy, he almost squeaked past him for a touchdown.
61-yard run for Jack Loving, and it is 1st and goal for Wakefield. They are looking to tie this game up here in the 2nd quarter.
And we think back to the muff punt and the pick six.
Jack Loving, a sophomore running back for the Wolverines, and Wakefield going to take its last time out of the half. 6:54 to go in the 2nd quarter. Holly Springs up 14-7, but Wakefield threatening from inside the 10-yard line. We'll be right back at WakeMed Soccer Park. Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. Timeout about to end here. Wakefield calling its last timeout of the first half. Wakefield with the ball, 1st and goal at the 9-yard line, trailing Holly Springs by 7. 6:54 to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's been a big shift here in the 2nd quarter. Holly Springs had the ball up 14-0. Looked like they might go up 3 scores, and a pick 6 completely changed the momentum here for Wakefield. Wolverines back on the ground and into the end zone. No, he is short. Brought down right at the last second near the 2-yard line. That was Naira Harrington on the carry for the Wolverines. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Good patience on that run. Couldn't see it at first, but finding a way to slip through the crease, waiting for the blocks to open, and almost had a chance to really go ahead and tie this game up on that run, give them a chance to take the lead with the conversion.
The official is sending Chris Smith off the sideline for Wakefield, not sure why.
Likely equipment.
Jack Loving coming back onto the field here for the Wolverines. Equipment is a big point of emphasis, I do know that. They go right back to Naira Harrington, and he is going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. So no gain, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Looks like they're adding some extra size on the field for Holly Springs. Make sure we can't be moved in the middle of that defense.
Quarterback keeps it himself and into the end zone. Landon Brogdon with a touchdown. Wakefield now an extra point away from tying this game.
Great call, great read by the quarterback, and way to use your legs, turn the corner.
Landon Brogdon the 1-yard touchdown run on the quarterback keeper. And we have a totally different ball game now than we thought we had just 6 minutes of game time ago.
It's amazing what 6 minutes 6 minutes can do.
We are tied up 14-14 after the extra point. Landon Brogdon, a 1-yard run for a touchdown for Wakefield. And this game's going to be fun down to the end, I think.
Yeah, trading blows. Looks like we got some high-powered offenses who are able to make quick plays, big plays, but quick ones nonetheless.
If you are just joining us, Holly Springs scored the first 2 touchdowns of the game. Chop Perkins scored both of them, a 32-yard run and a 1-yard run in the first quarter. Holly Springs led 14-0 after one, but the second quarter has been all Wakefield. Gabriel Loyola intercepted a pass and returned it 38 yards for a touchdown early in this one, the first minute of the second quarter. That made it 14-7, and then you just saw Landon Brogdon's 1-yard run for a touchdown. And now with 6:07 to go before halftime, we are all knotted up at 14 apiece. Both of these teams entered tonight looking for their first win of the season. They both lost last week by a combined 5 points. Wakefield kicking off to Holly Springs, and that ball is mishandled but secured at about the 27-yard line.
Kicked them a bit of a knuckleball. Thing was going through the air like a flying saucer.
Atlas Hathaway secured that ball for Holly Springs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Hawks at the 27.
Now I expect Holly Springs to come back out, establish the run, and get back to what they were doing in the beginning again.
Flags come in. I think this is going to be a false start. It is. That'll back Holly Springs up 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 15. Now you're starting a drive from the negative side. Never what you want when you're on offense. 1st and 15, back to the 33-yard line. They keep this one on the ground, and Chop Perkins will get that back in more. Down to the 31.
And just like we thought, getting back to the ground game, settling back in, and 1, working some clock, but 2, getting your best player on offense the ball.
Perkins has both touchdowns tonight for Holly Springs. They go right back to him. Perkins has a first down across the 40-yard line, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 46. First down, Holly Springs.
And like that first game where we saw some tough running by both teams, here we go again with Jaden Perkins, a.k.a. Mr. Chopped himself, chopping through the defense.
Perkins still in the backfield along with Pare, who's at quarterback. They send a man in motion. They give it right back to Perkins. Perkins breaks the tackle, and he's got another first down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for Holly Springs in Wakefield territory.
He is dragging defenders, trying to make his way to the end zone. That's the determination this offense needs.
Perkins getting a much-deserved breather on the sideline right now.
Very much deserved. And they just drew him off sides with a great hard count.
So add 5 yards on for Holly Springs. It'll be 1st and 5 now for the Golden Hawks.
And this has quickly become one of the better drives of the game for Holly Springs.
Both of their previous drives where they scored touchdowns, they had very short fields. Pare keeps it himself. He's got some room to run, but that quickly closes up near the 30-yard line. Gets a few yards there with some extra effort, though. And that's going to be close to a 1st down. It is a 1st down. 1st down for Holly Springs on the run by Pare.
And they are still on the move, eating up clock, putting together one of their best drives of the game.
Ball now at the 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Pare's pass is picked off, and this might be a second pick 6 for Wakefield.
And there's a flag on the play.
Touchdown, Wakefield. We'll find out if it stands with the penalty, but that was Naira Harrington on the interception and the pick 6. He's returned 77 yards for a touchdown. A sideline warning has been called against Wakefield. I believe the touchdown will stand, though. It does. So the touchdown stands, a 77-yard interception return for Naira Harrington.
They sniff out the perimeter screen yet again, and it's the defense coming through with yet another touchdown.
Not even 7 minutes gone in the second quarter, and Wakefield has already scored 21 points in this quarter to claim a 7-0 lead, or a 7-point lead, 21-14.
And that's, if you're Wakefield, it's not how you draw it up coming into the game. But if you tell the coach, hey, you're up 7, almost going into the first half conclusion, 2 touchdowns by your defense, I'm sure Coach Hughes will take that, no problem.
(21-14) is the score. Wakefield, once down 14-0, has scored 21 unanswered points. Two of the touchdowns were pick 6s. Now we will have Holly Springs receiving the kickoff. All right, so that kick is up and away, fielded at the 8-yard line by Holly Springs and tackled pretty quickly at the 22-yard line.
That's the senior again, Mr. Gabriel Loyola. He got the scoring started for Wakefield, and here he is bringing the juice on kickoff.
So we've got 3:39 to go in the second quarter. Wakefield now up 21-14 after the Naira Harrington 77-yard interception return for a touchdown, and Holly Springs now taking over at the 22-yard line, trying to answer. First time Holly Springs has found itself trailing tonight. They give this one to Caden Peterson, and he's got room around the right side. He dives for some extra yardage, and he will make it out to the 28-yard line.
More of what Holly Springs has done well with, keeping the ball on the ground.
Second down and 3. They keep it with the quarterback. He pitches right back to Peterson, and he is hit immediately. No gain on that play. That'll bring up third down.
Great pursuit by Wakefield's defense, sniffing out some of the same looks they saw in the early goings of the game.
Third down and 3 for Holly Springs, and you can kind of see this Wakefield defense kind of starting to find itself after 2 pick sixes. They play with some confidence. They keep it on the ground here, and that's going to be just enough for a first down.
When in doubt, give it to Chop Perkins.
Perkins out to the 33-yard line for a first down for Holly Springs. 2:25 and counting left here in the second quarter. Pare looking to pass. He throws one left sideline, and it is tipped away by Wakefield's James Williams, senior defensive back, and there is a flag down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield against Holly Springs.
So here they go again, getting behind the sticks. And this is feeding right into what Wakefield has been doing really the whole second quarter.
Wakefield has declined the penalty. They're going to take the incomplete pass and make it second down. Second and 10. I think what Wakefield wants is a chance to score again before halftime.
Exactly that. And, I mean, you have 2 pick sixes from your defense. I think we can bet on them a little bit.
Yeah. Coach showing his confidence in his defense right now after the way they've been playing here in the second quarter. Pare passing again out to the right side. It's caught by Malik Martin. Gain of maybe a yard on that. That'll bring up third down and 9.
Interestingly enough, I'm not sure Wakefield can stop the clock here using all those timeouts early.
They do not have any timeouts remaining. But still a minute and 45 seconds left in this half. So if their defense can get a stop, still plenty of time for the offense to do some work. They keep this one on the ground. Lamar Daniels on the carry. He's hit almost immediately. Maybe another yard on that one. His helmet comes off as well, so he's going to have to leave the field, but that's going to bring up fourth down. And Holly Springs is going to send the punting unit onto the field. Wakefield's going to get the ball back with about a minute left.
And if you're Holly Springs, I'm thinking we got to milk the clock here. Try not to give Wakefield anything close to a minute on this last drive.
Punt is away, and it's going to bounce near the 32-yard line. There is some room to return this, and Wakefield's going to have a chance.
What a nice return. Got one man to beat. You got to go. Got to go. Oh.
Grayson Brogdon kind of runs out of steam there as he crosses the 30. He's down at the 25-yard line of Holly Springs, but this is great field position for Wakefield. 49 seconds left before halftime. They have a chance to put more points on the board.
Looks like someone woke up the brothers Brogdon, and they are getting it done on both sides of the field.
Wakefield starts at the 25-yard line of Holly Springs. 49 seconds left before halftime, and the Wolverines have a 21-14 lead. Landon Brogdon is the quarterback, looking to the sideline for some instructions. He has Jack Loving to his right side. Moving over. No? Maybe? Make sure you know what you're doing.
Now.
Moving over to the left side.
Here we go.
Brogdon dropping back, looking to pass.
He's open in the middle of the field. Oh,
found
goodness.
him. Pass is complete inside the 10-yard line to James Williams.
You got to hurry.
He's down to the 7. The clock will stop while they move the chains.
Have no timeouts. Snap the ball. You're catching them.
38 seconds, and now the clock will roll. First and goal from the 7-yard line.
Looks like they're going to probably spike it. Yep.
Brogdon spikes it with 27 seconds left. That'll bring up second down.
And right there, they were able to get a spike there, but with some of that dead time that was not being used, they may have been able to get a playoff. Either way, the clock stopped. There's no need to rush. They just need to make sure they come away with points at the end of this drive.
27 seconds left, second down from the 7-yard line. Pass is complete. We don't have a signal. There is a flag down. An ineligible receiver downfield against Wakefield. So whether or not he caught that inbounds doesn't matter.
Well, with a 6'6" target, I think we might need to put that one up a little higher.
I didn't see the ineligible man downfield in that replay.
I'm not sure I did.
Can we replay that one,
but
one more time?
Something tells me they'll go back to that. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Well, either way, it's second down again, this time from the 12-yard line.
I would not be shocked if they go right back to Clopton.
Brogdon rolling right side. Pass is incomplete out of the back of the end zone. That'll bring up third down. 15 seconds left.
So I mentioned throw it higher. I don't know if I meant that high. The big time down right here for Wakefield.
Probably, I guess this close field goal could be something that they consider, right?
Yes.
On fourth down.
But if you have a chance to flip a 28-point swing.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Holly Springs does get the ball to start the second half, so the defense here is going to want to get a stop and give its offense a chance to tie this up in the third quarter.
No doubt about it.
Landon Brogdon, still quarterback. He's got Naira Harrington back there with him. Brogdon's pass to the end zone is incomplete, intended for Grayson Brogdon. And that'll bring up fourth down. Not a lot of time in the backfield there for Brogdon on that one.
Not on that one.
11 seconds left here before halftime, and Wakefield will send out the field goal unit. Zach Wilson is the kicker for Wakefield. This is from 29 yards away. And the kick is up. And it looks good from here. It is a two-score lead now for Wakefield, 24-14, after the 29-yard field goal from Zach Wilson.
And if I'm Coach Hughes, I love the effort from my ball club. Starting off 14-0, battling back, going up 10 before the half. Kudos to this team, but definitely to that defense.
What a turnaround for Wakefield. I mean, we've said it already, but Holly Springs was up 14-0, had the ball and driving to start the second quarter. Looked like it could be a 21-0 game, and all of a sudden, Wakefield has scored 24 unanswered points. It's 24-14 Wolverines. And let me add, they did not score more than 20 points in a game last season. They've scored 24 and a half here tonight.
And is this not their second week in a row going plus 20 on the scoreboard?
Yeah, Coach Hughes has absolutely done some good stuff in the short amount of time he's been there at Wakefield, his first year as a head coach of the Wolverines. (24-14) is your score. 11 seconds left here. Holly Springs receiving the ball. We'll see if they opt to just take this one to halftime, or I don't know if 2 pick sixes, I'm not sure you really want to chance it, you know?
No, I don't think you do, but I don't think Holly Springs wanted that ball to get dove on top of right there.
No, I think they would have liked to have had a chance to return that. Holly Springs will take over at its own 24-yard line with 10 seconds left on the clock now before halftime. If you missed it earlier tonight, Southeast Raleigh and Dudley played in the first game here at the Wake County Football Showcase. Southeast Raleigh moved to 2-0 on the season with a 38-12 win over the Panthers. It's an impressive showing by the Bulldogs. James Adams IV was named the player of the game. Duck Freeman had 2 touchdowns as well for Southeast. Holly Springs will keep this on the ground and brought down at the 26-yard line. That is where the first half will end. After 2 quarters, Wakefield erased a 14-0 deficit, scored 24 unanswered points, and they lead Holly Springs 24-14 at halftime here at the Wake County Football Showcase. We'll be back with the second half live from WakeMed Soccer Park in just a little bit.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season, students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete back on the field next season, because this is worth protecting. Wake County Athletic Director Darren Coe joining us here at halftime of the Wake County Football Showcase. Darren, this is always a great event at WakeMed Soccer Park, to celebrate high school football in Wake County. What's this like for the school district?
Yeah, it's really is a great event, Nick, and thanks for having me. We certainly love the partnership that we have with the town of Cary and WakeMed Soccer Park. It's a premier atmosphere for athletics in general. And while this certainly is a football event, we really consider this the kickoff of all athletics for the school system and statewide, knowing that a lot of our other schools, high school sports have started already with contests over the past couple of weeks, and even football. We're in week 2 this year, which is a little different. We've traditionally done this week 1. But scheduling limitations put us on week 2. But it's just a great atmosphere. It's a great event. And it's a great thing to provide this opportunity for these student athletes and their families and their communities to celebrate the start of the school year in high school athletics in such a premier atmosphere.
For some of the teams like Southeast Raleigh, first time appearing in this event, Wakefield, first time appearing in this event, what do you hope that the kids, this communities get out of this?
Yeah, honestly, I really just hope that they enjoy their experience. Certainly year long, they have great crowds at a lot of our high school football contests throughout the season. But coming to this unique setting and kind of being in a neutral on a neutral field, a neutral stadium, lends to a different feel for sure. And I think having the doubleheader, it's not often that we have doubleheader varsity football games anywhere in the state other than some of these showcase type events. Obviously, having the support of WakeMed Soccer Park and their great staff here helping put it on, it allows the school employees and the athletic departments to enjoy it in a different way. But really, it's about the kids on the field and their opportunities to showcase themselves and their team and everything they've been working on. We know that high school football never really ends. They pretty much go year round. And while we say this is the start of the season started probably the week after the season ended last year. So I know Southeast Raleigh has a lot of excitement around their program this year, coming in off of a big win last week over Enloe. And Wakefield and Holly Springs, 2 opposite sides of the county, coming north to south, bringing those 2 teams together and bring them here tonight to kick off the season and enjoy this atmosphere. I think is really important and really special for these kids and their families and their communities.
We have a new sport this fall in Wake County in North Carolina. The flag football will be a sanctioned sport for the first time in our state. How excited are you to see that become a real thing here in North Carolina this year?
Well, I mean, we've considered a real thing for a couple of years here in Wake County. We've actually put on what we called a state championship for 2 years prior to this year, even though the state association, High School Athletic Association, wasn't quite ready to sanction it yet. Honestly, Nick, we were hoping, had the calendar been different from the High School Athletic Association, that we would have a women's flag football game here in the stadium tonight between the two men's games. And hopefully that will happen next year. But with a delayed start due to the implementation of the sport statewide, they delayed the start. So those teams are just starting tryouts this coming Monday for women's flag football. But we're super excited about that opportunity, and we intend to, if possible, have women's flag football here in the stadium next year, along with these men's games, so that those young ladies can showcase their talents, because we certainly know that they are extremely talented, and women's flag football is an exciting opportunity across the state, but specifically here in Wake County, with Wakefield being the state champion, and Holly Springs, Willow Springs was actually the matchup was going to be Willow Spring and Wakefield. We had it planned, and we had the coaches and the teams committed before the calendar changed. So we're certainly excited about that new sport, and watching it continue to grow statewide.
An event like this brings in, local communities, the town of Cary being involved in this, but also you've got schools from Raleigh, you've got Holly Springs, a team coming in from Greensboro this year. How do high school sports and programs impact local communities and bring people together?
I really believe firmly that athletics is the one place that it's the one thing that speaks to all populations in a language they can understand. It brings communities together, and a lot of times athletics are the front porch or the front doors of our schools. A lot of folks don't come to the schoolhouse, or to the old term of schoolhouse, or to your school campus, unless they're coming for an athletic event or maybe a fine arts event. So we know that they're super important. It brings families together, it brings kids together, and it brings us across the county in an event for competition. So it certainly is an important event. Any type of competition with our schools, bringing them together so they can know people who are different than them or from different parts of the county. I think it's certainly an exciting opportunity to engage in activities that are meaningful, and hopefully continue to be parts of those communities. And we know that athletics in Wake County wouldn't exist without the strong support of our school booster clubs at Southeast Raleigh, at Wakefield, at Holly Springs, and I'm sure the same could be said for Guilford County Schools with Dudley here tonight. So we know how important the community is, and we love the fact that people come together around the opportunity to watch these kids compete and showcase their skills.
We've mentioned the town of Cary. Also, we have Sports and Social as a supporter of this event at WakeMed Soccer Park. Why is it so important for community partners to get involved with high school athletics and help support those programs?
Since our schools in Wake County are really, our athletic departments are really run on ticket revenue and through the support of booster clubs, there's not a huge budget for athletics. The majority of the funding in Wake County schools goes towards just that, the schools and the academic side, and facilities and so forth. So we know how important community partners like Sports and Social are at this event, but all of our schools have different community partners that pair with them to help offset some of the expenses and to give the kids the opportunity to have an atmosphere and have the things that they need to compete, and hopefully level the playing field for the entire community, so the experience isn't significantly different from one school to the other in Wake County.
You mentioned we're at the start of a new school year. Fall sports are underway. We'll have winter sports later, spring sports early next year. What's your message to all the Wake County athletes and families that are getting ready for a new school year, new sports season?
Nightdale and Southeast Raleigh, who's here tonight, have been in their school for a little while. They have different unique calendars, so they're well into their school year. But the kickoff of the school year is always an exciting time. But athletics in particular, my message is to enjoy yourselves, but do it in a manner that respects your opponents, that respects the officials and respects the fans, knowing that while we're here in the idea of competition, and certainly all four teams here today want to win and want to walk away with a W in the win column. That's not the ultimate outcome of participation in high school athletics. It's building friendships, it's building relationships, it's building the skills of knowing how to lead and knowing how to work in a team environment. And those types of skills are really what transcends high school athletics and gives these kids some of those opportunities to move on beyond school, not just to participate in college football or to play at the next level, but really to become key parts of our society and of their communities, and learning those skills through the leadership of their coaches and being around people who are different than them helps them build those skills that transcend the walls of the school and make them become the leaders that they can be to support their communities.
Wake County Athletic Director Darren Coe, we appreciate the time today and look forward to the second half.
All right. Thank you, Nick.
Showcases core values: sportsmanship, integrity, respect, and accountability.
As we cheer, remember our purpose.
Creating opportunities for students to learn, compete, and grow.
Tonight, we challenge everyone to set the standard through actions and examples.
Together, through leadership, service, and sportsmanship, we can set the standard.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season: students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete back on the field next season, because this is worth protecting.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. It is halftime. Wakefield leading Holly Springs 24-14 here in the Wake County Football Showcase. I'm Nick Stevens alongside TJ Thorpe, getting ready for the second half of action. But let's go through how we got here in the first half. Early, the first possession for Holly Springs, Chop Perkins takes the handoff 32 yards for a touchdown. That came after an interception by Carter Nelson. It was 7-0 Holly Springs at that point. And then later in the first quarter, it's going to be Chop Perkins again. This time a 1-yard run on the direct snap in for the score. 14-0 Holly Springs after one quarter, but the game completely changed in the second quarter. Gabriel Loyola intercepts this pass from Holly Springs and returns it 38 yards for a touchdown. Less than a minute into the second quarter, it's 14-7 Holly Springs. Then it's Landon Brogdon on the 1-yard run for a touchdown here on the quarterback keeper. 14-14 tie game halfway through the quarter. Holly Springs with the ball again and back to pass, but Naira Harrington intercepts this one. This will be another pick six, 77-yard return here for a touchdown. Extra point is good. First lead of the game, 21-14 for Wakefield. With 3:45 to go in the second quarter, they also hit a field goal with 11 seconds left. It is 24-14 now as we get ready for the third quarter. TJ Thorpe joining me. TJ, what a change in the second quarter there. Down 14-0 to up 24-14.
Yeah, tale of two quarters for real for Wakefield. Start off slow. As you said, we were looking at possibly a 3-score game. And then Gabriel Loyola with possibly the player of the half, maybe for Wakefield, the player of the game, to really turn the tide and start this team finishing with the momentum that they had in their last game. So the biggest point of emphasis, if I'm Wakefield, establish the offense, right? Let the defense keep doing what they've been doing, but establish some positive plays on offense. And then if I'm Holly Springs, we got to get back to what we were doing. Running the ball, cut down on the turnovers, and let Jaden Perkins be a runner the way he has.
All right, we will be right back with kickoff of the second half in just a moment, live from WakeMed Soccer Park.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season, students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete back on the field next season, because this is worth protecting.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association and your host school welcome you to today's game. Each game showcases core values: sportsmanship, integrity, respect, and accountability.
As we cheer, remember our purpose.
Creating opportunities for students to learn, compete, and grow.
Tonight, we challenge everyone to set the standard through actions and examples.
Together, through leadership, service, and sportsmanship, we can set the standard.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season, students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete back on the field next season, because this is worth protecting.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. We are less than a minute away from kickoff of the second half. Wakefield leading Holly Springs here tonight, 24-14, overcoming a 14-0 deficit and scored 24 unanswered, all in the second quarter for Wakefield. TJ, Holly Springs will get the ball to start the second half. If you are the Golden Hawks, what are you doing now to try to come back from that? I mean, you were in control, and now you're down 2 scores.
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. Get the ball on the ground, protect the ball. The difference in the game is your 2 turnovers. You don't have those 2, that's 14 points. You're still up right now. So as far as I'm concerned, if I'm Holly Springs, there's no need to panic. Plenty of football. Just get back to the ground game. Get back to controlling the line of scrimmage.
Probably going to see a good bit of Chop Perkins and Lamar Daniels in the second half, I would assume, for Holly Springs.
I would assume so. But also, I mean, eventually you got to push the ball downfield, and it can't just be, long go balls on the outside. Try something across the middle of the field.
One thing I would be paying attention to is Wakefield throws the ball a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And that can extend the game. Does that give Holly Springs more opportunities to climb back into this one?
I think it does. I think we saw a lot of quick drives, a lot of 3-and-outs, as you pointed out, only a minute running off the clock. That leaves a lot of room for a team, especially only down 10, to come back and make things interesting.
All right, well, we're about to kick off the second half here at WakeMed Soccer Park. Again, 24-14, Wakefield leading Holly Springs in the Wake County Football Showcase. Both of these teams looking for their first win of the season after losing by a combined 5 points in week 1. This ball is fielded at the 11-yard line by Connor G, and he's got some room around the right side. Flag comes in behind the play. That might be a hold or a block in the back. We'll see what the penalty is back at the 15-yard line.
Not the start you want, but it's time for the offense to come out, settle in, see if you can get one early.
And it is a block in the back against Holly Springs, so that'll take them half the distance to the goal, and it'll be first down.
First and goal. Love that.
If you're first and goal this far away, that's scary. Pare is going to keep it himself, and he is hit immediately. Going to lose a yard or two on that, actually. Even with forward progress, back to the 6-yard line.
Yep, they are still swarming. They're going to have to do something besides the RPO or just trying to get little chunk plays. We got to get the ball and loosen up this box for them.
They go right back on the ground, this time to Perkins, and he's going to have a first down across the 20, down to the 25, and pushed out of bounds near the 26-yard line. Nice pickup there from Chop Perkins. First down, Holly Springs.
And that is what they need more of. Simple runs, open up lanes, let Jaden Perkins be the guy that he was for you all first quarter.
First down from the 26-yard line now for the Golden Hawks, and they'll go right back to Perkins, but he is hit by 3 Wakefield defenders immediately. He's going to lose a couple on that one. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Great push from the Wakefield Wolverines defense.
Pare looking to the sideline as they change things up here. He's got Perkins on his left side. Moving to the right. Every time I say that, they move to the other side. It's like they can hear me. This one's going to go to Caden Peterson, and Peterson trying to get around the edge. Not much room, though. No gain on that play. Third down now.
Wakefield's defense is doing a great job of not letting Holly Springs turn the corner and stringing the play out.
Snap on the ground, and Pare's just got to fall on it way back at the 15-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and a long way now. About 4th and 21, and the punting unit comes onto the field for Holly Springs. Not the opening drive the Golden Hawks were looking for.
Yeah, they definitely did not think they were going to start this drive, show up on 4th down, and it's 4th and however far it is from Wakefield to Holly Springs.
Not as far as it once was with 540, but it's still pretty far.
Shout out to 540.
Punt is away.
Had a big return already. It's like
he's
he
going to
could be
have
setting
room
up a
this time as
oh,
well.
Got him from behind.
Good tackle there from number 20, Atlas Hathaway. He's had a couple good tackles tonight. Return there by Grayson Brogdon out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there for Wakefield, a short field for the Wolverines. Kind of a reverse of the script we had in the first quarter. It was Holly Springs that was getting the short field, and now it's Wakefield that's getting the short field.
Well, if I'm Holly Springs, I'm hoping that this half ends a lot like the first half did for Wakefield. But you don't want to repeat spotting your opponent double digits.
You do not want to do that for sure. Brogdon hands this off to Jack Loving, and Loving is brought down near the 1st down marker. He might be a yard short. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 1.
It's a great call. Way to settle in, get something going, get positive plays on 1st down. And something we haven't, well, he got out of bounds. I was going to say, something we haven't seen Wakefield do. Take their time, let the clock run.
Pass complete this time out to the 25-yard line. That pass was completed to Grayson Clopton, 6'6" tight end.
We haven't heard his name much tonight, but around these red zones, on both sides of the field, he becomes a very valuable target.
And that was good for a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 now at the 25-yard line for Wakefield. Brogdon pass complete. Was he in bounds? They're going to say yes, he was, and that was right back to Grayson Clopton. Back-to-back plays. And he's going to be just shy of the 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 1.
And look at the catch radius from Grayson Clopton. You don't have to throw a perfect ball.
Great job getting a foot in bounds.
Right? That's good on, again, it's already Saturday, but that's good on college Saturdays as well.
He's got some time to work on the Sundays, right?
Well, I'm not so sure this day and age. They'll soon change the rule. You can go straight out of high school.
That would be something. Handoff this time to Chris Smith. He's going to get just enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st down now, 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. 8:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's 24-14 Wakefield. The Wolverines are driving. Trying to make it 31 unanswered points in this one.
And again, right here, 15 yards going in. I can't imagine if we're not running the ball, if you're Wakefield, you're finding Grayson Clopton.
Brogdon has Naira Harrington back there with him, but the ball this time is going to go to Peter Stanek. I can't even talk. Peter Stanisic.
Ooh, okay. Stanisic. You should be good at that. That's close to like a hockey last name. Right? And you're a hockey fanatic.
I don't know.
You should not trip over for that. Come on.
Give it one more time. He's got more vowels in his name than hockey players usually do.
This is true.
Landon Brogdon in the backfield. This time he's got Jack Loving again.
What about Stanisic?
Sure.
Okay.
They hand it off to Loving. He goes right up the middle inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 8. It'll be 3rd down. Holly Springs defense get a big stop here, force a field goal, and keep it a 2-score game.
But if you're Wakefield here, you got to remember, you only need 3, and you get a fresh set of 4. You do not have to score right here.
And that play is going to be blown dead. We're going to have a false start called against Wakefield. So 3rd and 2 now is going to become 3rd and 7.
And one thing to note, again, all they need is 8 to get this first down. This is not a goal situation.
Third down for Wakefield. Holly Springs defense looking for a stop here. 6:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. Wakefield taking their time, letting the clock run some. Brogdon looking right side, rolling. Flag comes in. He throws to the back of the end zone. That's going to be out of bounds and incomplete. That flag in the area of holding.
Nick, would you accept or decline this right now?
I'd probably accept it. It's going to, yeah, you push the field goal attempt back. Have faith that your defense can get a stop, right?
Yeah. I mean, either way, your defense got to stop, but I see what
It's
you're
going to be
saying.
3rd down now. Got to replay 3rd down.
Yeah.
So they still get a chance to get a first down here.
Now, is this the moment where Holly Springs gets that big turnover that they're after, or does Wakefield keep this drive going?
I don't know. I'm not in the prediction business.
Ah, come on, Nick. Live life on the edge.
Brogdon looking deep, and man was wide open, but overthrown there. That pass was intended for number 6, Dominic Stevens.
It looked like he had 2 guys open. He had Clopton with a step on the corner route, and I think he just missed shot, as you said, Nick, number 6 there, Dominic Stevens.
Zach Wilson back on. This is going to be a 40-yard field goal attempt. He already made one from 29.
And it's blocked.
This one is going to be blocked by Holly Springs. So maybe that's the big play Holly Springs needed to spark something.
Oh. Well, what do you know? Something in my being said,
let's see if we
there's
can figure
no
out
way.
who blocked that. If we can get a replay here.
The good part about, at least for Holly Springs, the low trajectory on the kick.
Looked like it was the guy coming in from the far side there. Or, it's hard
Might
to
have been Caden Peterson,
maybe?
Or no, that looked like 13.
It's hard to tell on that one.
Tyler Bielaski.
So Holly Springs will take over now at its 3-yard line. Tyler Bielowski is the one that was credited with the blocked kick.
Lamar Daniels on the carry for the Hawks, taken down by number 11, Daniel Sosanya.
It looks like Lamar Daniels on the end around. Not much there, and this Wakefield defense gets stingier and stingier as the second half goes on.
5.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. It'll be second down and about 8 for Holly Springs, and whistles. I think we're going to have a half the distance to the goal penalty here for a false start.
5 down prior to the snap. False start, Holly Springs. Half the distance to the goal will make it 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 now for the Golden Hawks. Back to their own 2-yard line. And not much room there either.
Got to get some breathing room.
Just had an official take a tumble, getting caught up between a couple players. Looks like he's all right.
He's a tough cookie.
I've got to say, of all of the spots where officials are, that is the one I would not want to be.
Yeah.
I just feel like you have to be really aware of your surroundings at all times.
Yeah, I either want to be the line judge, maybe the white hat, or the back judge.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Ball is in the air and falls incomplete.
And the quarterback took a nice look there, I think.
Pare is a little slow to get up on that one.
Yeah.
He's still down there in the end zone.
Getting hit with the ribs exposed. Kudos to that young man for standing in, taking a hit. But I can't imagine that feels good, fully exposed.
While we're in an injury timeout, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more from the Wake County Football Showcase after this. And we are back. Pare was able to get off the field on his own power, so hopefully we'll see him back in the game shortly. 4th down and 10 now for Holly Springs. They'll be punting this away. The punter's heels are going to be on the back of the end zone there. So not much room for error for the Golden Hawks.
Now they just got step and punt. Get it out.
Punt is away. It's going to be sort of short. Bounce at the 35-yard line, picked up by Grayson Brogdon and brought down immediately at the 44. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wakefield, and again the Wolverines playing with a short field.
That last drive was one of Wakefield's longest, most commanding drives of the game, and was able to take away a good bit of the clock from Holly Springs. So one more drive like that, and you're going to see a different team for Holly Springs take the field on offense.
We're going to just combine them both into one team.
Why not? Then they're going to say the Golden Wolverines, and they're going to be mad at me.
Naira Harrington on the carry there for Wakefield down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 4. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 now for the Wolverines.
And this is what I thought we'd see out of Wakefield. 10-point lead, taking their time, getting up to the ball, draining the play clock. That's what you want to see. Make this offense sit and get cold if you're Wakefield.
Brogdon pass out left side. It is caught.
I think he'll be right up at the 1st down marker.
Dominic Stevens on the carry, or on the reception rather, there down to the 35-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of a 1st down, so 3rd and 1 coming up for Wakefield. 3:20 and counting left here in the 3rd quarter. The Wolverines holding on to that 24-14 lead over Holly Springs. They go back to Chris Smith. And he has just enough for the first down.
And again, great job by Wakefield, taking their time, draining the play clock, and getting the look they want.
Smith in the backfield again along with Landon Brogdon. And Brogdon going to pass this time. Looks out to the sideline and caught out of bounds is Grayson Brogdon. Gain of about 5 yards on that one. So 2nd and 5 now, just inside the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 28.
And again, same thing here by Wakefield, taking their time, making sure they're getting the right personnel out on the field, getting the looks they want, and being methodical with how they're approaching this drive.
Jack Loving now in the backfield for Wakefield. Brogdon going to go deep near side, and it's caught by the defense, but out of bounds, incomplete.
I think that's best that he did not touch that because it looked like the receiver stepped out, and almost certain it's a penalty if you're the first one to touch it on the way back in high school.
Grayson Brogdon was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up here for Wakefield. 3rd and 5 for the Wolverines at about the 28-yard line. 2:25 left here in the third quarter. Brogdon going left side and incomplete. That pass was intended for Grayson Clopton. And that will bring up 4th down, 4th and 5.
It appears they're going to leave their offense on the field and see if they can pick up this first and what looks like 6.
It would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt from here. It's pretty long for a high school game.
Yeah. Did you say something about somebody attempted a 63 or something like that?
The kicker at Hoggard last night down in Wilmington attempted a 63-yard field goal. I believe they said he hit a 50-yarder earlier. But that's not typical in high school football.
No.
4th down, Brogdon pass is caught. Grayson Brogdon in for the touchdown, 28 yards. And it is a 3-score lead now for Wakefield.
And it appears that they came back to the same look that they ran before, and I believe they missed the throw. But this time, running it from the opposite side of the field, same action by Clopton to clear it out, and then having the double move across the middle of the field. Great call.
Big touchdown there for Wakefield on 4th down. The snap is kind of botched there, and they complete the pass. But that 2-point conversion, by necessity, is going to fail. Wasn't the plan. 30-14 now the score. Wakefield over Holly Springs. 30 unanswered points for the Wolverines. They trailed 14-0 after 1 quarter, and now with 2:10 left in the third, Wakefield has a 30-14 lead over the Golden Hawks.
And right here, you're not seeing the move, but you are seeing the finished product where, again, it's simple smash concept where we have a double move by the outside guy to take advantage of the middle of the field, and boy, did Wakefield take advantage of it.
The missed or failed 2-point conversion, the botched snap on the extra point could be a big deal. It's still a 2-score game now. That extra point would have made it a 3-score game. 30-14, 16 points, 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions. If you're Holly Springs, that's probably what you're thinking if you're on their sideline, right?
For sure.
Still plenty of time for that.
Plenty of time. You have plenty of time. You've shown that you can score quickly. The biggest thing is They have to stop getting behind the sticks.
Kicks fielded about the 8-yard line by Tyler Belaski, and he is brought down at the 19. Return of 11 yards. It'll be first down for Holly Springs.
And it looked like a great open field tackle by A.J. Elms, the senior free safety. So now Holly Springs offense takes the field again, looking to just get anything going. None doing.
The Wakefield defense was giving up a decent amount in the first quarter, but since then, ever since that first pick six, it has just completely locked things down.
For sure. That pick six ignited whatever was sleeping on this Wakefield defense, and they have not looked back.
Pare is in at quarterback, by the way. He was slow to get up on their previous drive, so good to see him back. Hawks hand this one off. This is Lamar
they got
Daniels,
numbers.
and he's got room. Lamar
He's
Daniels.
a speedster.
He might get there. He will. 79 yards. Touchdown, Holly Springs. And like we said, this
Just
one ain't
like
over
that.
yet.
Just like that. Nick called it. He gave him the blueprint. What'd you say? Touchdown, 2 point. Touchdown, 2 point. We're tied up.
That's right.
And pending this 2 point conversion here, maybe if it looks like they're going to go extra point. But, again, quick shots. Great job by the offensive line for Holly Springs. And, Nick, great job jinxing Wakefield here. We're talking about they never give up anything or haven't since the first quarter, and then literally 79 yards later, here we are.
I wish I had that kind of power. My teams would win more often.
Either that or I'd call you for the Powerball.
That kick is up, and it is good. So it's a 9-point game now, 30-21. A minute, 10 seconds left in the third period. Wakefield up by 9.
And look at him go. Lamar Daniels, great move to get out the backfield. But then even better of him to cut on the jets and leave the defenders in the dust. Look at him go again. That's what Holly Springs is going to need to get back to. Big plays on the ground.
You know, the decision to kick the extra point instead of go for 2, I think that shows that Holly Springs knows they're going to get more than 1 or 2 looks at scoring here.
Most definitely. And we've seen that with a minute, 10 seconds left in the third quarter, Holly Springs could get another crack at it now.
Do they go for an onside kick here?
No. Now, if they do, but I like my momentum. You have a whole nother quarter ball. You've yet to, at least start defensively on their side of the field the entire second half. Just go ahead, pin them back deep, let your defense get a fresh start.
Yeah, they've given Wakefield short fields just about the whole second half. Kick is away, and it will be fielded at the 15-yard line. If you had let that go, it might go out of bounds.
I think that's what they're going to tell him when he gets to the sideline.
It's like they're going to mark the ball just outside the 15.
So that's the difference of maybe 30, 25 yards, something like that?
20.
So now if you're Holly Springs defense, you have to get a stop here.
You're giving yourself the right place on the field, right? Ball on the 16-yard line?
Yeah, definitely better than the 46.
Oh, the ball's loose.
And Holly Springs jumps.
Has it. That was recovered by number 76, Keegan Johnson. And Holly Springs is going to have the ball just outside the 10-yard line.
And we spoke, maybe a little foreshadow, about how the first quarter started for Holly Springs and how it ended in the half. And now here we are. Things are starting to shift again one more time coming down the stretch. I think it's making for a very interesting fourth quarter.
First and 10 from the 11-yard line for Holly Springs after the fumble recovery. They're going to keep this on the ground for Lamar Daniels. He's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard or so on that. By the way, that Lamar Daniels 79-yard touchdown run a moment ago was his first touchdown of the season for Holly Springs.
Well, I can tell you, if I'm Holly Springs right here, we have to come away with points. Chip into this lead, whether it's a touchdown, field goal, whatever, it becomes a one-score game with the score here.
30 seconds and counting left here in the third quarter. They go right back to Daniels. He gets around the edge. He's got room to run. He's
fighting. Great run.
Close to the goal line, but not quite over it. Third down now. It'll be 3rd and 1.
And this is a pretty good stable that they have for Holly Springs. Junior Lamar Daniels, and then you have Jaden Perkins as well, the senior back, who will probably see open up the fourth quarter with runs to him.
After 3 quarters of play, Wakefield holding on to a 30-21 lead over Holly Springs, but the Golden Hawks are knocking on the door at the 2-yard line. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season, students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete back on the field next season, because this is worth protecting.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. I'm Nick Stevens alongside TJ Thorpe. The fourth quarter about to get started here. Holly Springs on the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. They can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They trail Wakefield 30-21 as we begin the fourth quarter. This game has had some wild momentum swings, and we are in the middle of yet another one. This looks like it's going to be a direct snap to Chop Perkins. The ball rolls on the ground, but Perkins picks it up. He's going to be short, but it looks like it'll be good for a first down.
Right, and that's the biggest piece, Nick. You pointed directly to the most important part of that play. They could still get a first down, and they did.
First and goal from the 1-yard line, and Perkins right there again, ready for the snap. They get it to him this time without rolling on the ground, and he's in. Touchdown, Chop Perkins.
It looks like the ball came out, and one of the O-linemen jumped on it. I think they're going to credit him for a big man touchdown.
We'll have to see the replay there. I think we get to decide who gets credit for that, right? We'll have to see the replay.
Okay.
If he crosses the goal line, it's touchdown.
Yes, but, I mean, if I can give it to a big dude, got to give it to the big dude. Come on.
Holly Springs probably doesn't care. All they care about is they're back within one score. Extra point up and good. We got a 2-point ball game. Wakefield 30, Holly Springs 28, 11:46 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And this is the shootout we thought it would be. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That ball was out. That is
So-
number 78 for Holly Springs.
That's Carter Olson, the tackle.
Yeah, Carter. Get your first touchdown, or maybe second, I don't know. But first of the year, Carter Olson. Big man touchdown.
Well, we have our ball game here, a 2-point game for Holly Springs and Wakefield. If you're just joining us here tonight on the Wake County Athletic Zone live stream, Holly Springs scored the first 2 touchdowns of the game, took a 14-0 lead into the second quarter, but then it was 30 straight points for Wakefield to take a 30-14 lead. Now it's 14 straight points for Holly Springs, and it's 30-28 with almost the whole quarter left to play.
I think it's safe to say football is definitely back, but we're just getting started here tonight.
I think I just heard TJ say overtime.
That is not what you heard me say.
Kick is fielded at about the 6-yard
Grayson
line,
Brogdon.
and he's got room to run. He's had some great returns tonight. Here's another one. Out past midfield down to the 48-yard line of Holly Springs is Grayson Brogdon.
I think the only thing in the return game that has stopped Grayson Brogdon has been Grayson Brogdon's teammates. He's run into somebody in open field on not only the punt return they almost took back, but here we see again on the kick return, guys just standing around instead of working upfield. And when you have good returners like Grayson Brogdon, all they need is a crease and get out their way.
Holly Springs with the ball at the 48-yard line of, Wakefield at the 48-yard line of Holly Springs. That pass is going to be completed to Peter Stanisic, and he's going to have a first down inside the 35-yard line down to the 33. First down, Wakefield.
That's a great way to get this drive started. Nice simple throws, good blocks on the edge, and way to go find daylight.
First down for the Wolverines. Ball at the 33-yard line. Fakes the handoff to Harrington. Here comes the defensive pressure. That pass is caught, I believe, by Grayson Clopton. Yes, they're going to say he caught that. Just outside of the 25-yard line. They're going to mark it the 27. Second down and about 4 to go here for Wakefield. .10:30 and counting left in the fourth quarter. It's a 2-score game, 30-28. Wakefield with a 2-point lead. Pass back to Clopton, and he's taken down near the first down marker. It looks like he'll be just short, and that'll bring up third down. 3rd and 1.
I think they're looking to get back on the ground, but every time Holly Springs fills the box, they're doing a great job, Wakefield is, of spinning the ball out on the edge, letting the playmakers do what they got to do. Oh, he's going to be stopped short.
Big play there by Holly Springs defense, and that will bring up 4th down. Wow, that looked like Holly Springs' Dylan Krotz getting through being double teamed and still making the tackle on that one. Brogdon in shotgun. He's got Naira Harrington to his right side. Takes a snap. Pass is caught.
Oh, ball's out. Oh, my goodness. There's a fumble.
Officials look like they're going to talk this one over.
That look. Ooh, we're going to need to see the replay of this.
They're going to say he was down. First and goal for Wakefield.
Yeah, his knee was
definitely
down.
Yeah, definitely down. First and goal for Wakefield near the 5-yard line, and looks like they've got it marked right at the 4. Our vantage point here is a little bit hard to see that end of the field. Brogdon scrambling and hit.
He's asked to come out for a play.
High school football rule: when the helmet comes off, the player comes off. So it'll be second down and goal now from about the 3.5-yard line. In at quarterback now is Colton McConnell, the junior for Wakefield. Brogdon has to come off for a play after his helmet came off on that last play. So McConnell is going to hand this off to Harrington. Harrington straight up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown.
That is exactly what Wakefield needed. Is come back, stay composed, put a good drive together. Uh-oh, it looks like we have an injured Wolverine.
There is an injured Wakefield player on the field. While they deal with him, we will take a quick break. We'll be right back with the extra point attempt here from WakeMed Soccer Park.
Showcases core values: sportsmanship, integrity, respect, and accountability.
As we cheer, remember our purpose.
Creating opportunities for students to learn, compete, and grow.
Tonight, we challenge everyone to set the standard through actions and examples.
Together, through leadership, service, and sportsmanship, we can set the standard.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season: students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete.
We're back at WakeMed Soccer Park for the extra point attempt. If it's good, it'll make it a 2-score game here. Kick is up, and it is good. So a 2-score lead now for Wakefield, 37-28 over Holly Springs. Still 7:53 to go in the fourth quarter. The injured Wakefield player, by the way, Simeon Anthony, was able to walk off the field on his own power, so we wish him the best. Hope everything is good with him. 7:53 to go, though. It is a 9-point lead for Wakefield.
And Naira Harrington finding his way to the end zone again. I know he had the second pick six for Wakefield, so making plays on both sides of the ball, but has been a difference maker for the Wolverines tonight.
And Now Holly Springs will need to answer. And they're going to need 2 scores to do it. And at some point, time will start to become a factor.
Yeah, I think after this drive, however it goes for Holly Springs, Wakefield's going to do everything in their power to ensure that it becomes a factor.
Wakefield kicking off right to left on your screen. Holly Springs set to receive it. And it's a short kick, but takes a bounce into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Holly Springs will take over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hawks. Down 9 points, 37-28, Wakefield with the lead.
And right now, if you're the Golden Hawks, I think everything still remains the same right now. You're down 9. You have plenty of time. All you need to do is establish a great drive, get points on the board, and then give your defense a good field to get a stop, get you the ball back, see how this thing ends down the run.
Holly Springs back on the field now. Cole Paré is the quarterback. But this is Chop Perkins, and he is brought down. I'm sorry, that was Lamar Daniels. He's brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
A little trickery on the end around. It's like a reverse. They tried to get Lamar Daniels coming back the other way, and
Daniels is going off the sideline, limping on that right leg.
That's not good. But Naira Harrington staying home and making the play again, both sides of the ball.
Paré, the hard count there, draws Wakefield offside, so that'll give 5 yards to the Golden Hawks. That'll make it 2nd and 5 now for Holly Springs. Daniels is on the Holly Springs sideline right now, getting attention from the trainer. Paré keeps this himself, and he's got some room to run. He's brought down near the 35-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down, and that will stop the clock momentarily while the chains move.
Great job by Paré getting to the edge. Great read on the end and making sure we get the 1st down to keep this drive alive.
Give this one to Chop Perkins, and he'll pick up a few yards there. Gain of about 4 to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 6 now coming up for Holly Springs. About to hit the midway point of the 4th quarter, 6:28 and counting. Paré again keeping it himself, and he will gain about 2 on that play. 3rd down now, 3rd and about 4. And we're going to have another injury timeout here for an injured Wakefield player.
It looks like Gabriel Leola. So the linebacker, senior linebacker, who got us the pick 6 if you're Wakefield, is down, ready to go.
Yeah, he does have 1 pick 6 tonight. While they're tending to him, we'll take one quick break. We'll be right back with more from the Wake County Football Showcase.
In towns big and small, under Friday night lights, in packed gyms, and on fields across America, public school sports bring us together. They unite communities, they create traditions, they shape who students become, teaching resilience, leadership, discipline, and teamwork. Millions show up each season, students, families, alumni, generations. But behind every program is a question districts face every year. How do we sustain this? That's where National Amateur Sports comes in, partnering with public school districts and their athletic departments to protect their assets, enhance their content, and monetize through corporate partnerships. Every middle school, every high school, every student athlete back on the field next season, because this is worth protecting.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. Nick Stevens with TJ Thorpe. Gabriel Loyola slowly walking off of the field on his own power, but with an obvious limp there. So we wish him the best. Hope it's nothing too severe. 3rd down and 4 coming up for Holly Springs. Ball at the 40-yard line. 6:08 left to go in the 4th quarter. They trail Wakefield by 9. They send a man in motion. Pari's going to hand this off to Chop Perkins. Perkins is going to be right near the line, the first down marker. They're going to say it is a first down. First down, Holly Springs.
And again, more of the same. Run the ball. Oh, we got another injured player down.
It's that time of the year where early in the season you get a lot of this, especially late in games, you know.
You're going to see guys cramping up all the time.
From what we can see, I'm not sure that one's a cramp, but maybe.
He seems to be talking like it's a cramp.
Okay. You would know better than me.
I mean, it very well could be a rolled ankle, but
oh yeah, they're stretching.
It's looking real
yeah.
crampy, if you will. And this is a great time for both teams to reset, because this last, just under 6 minutes is definitely going to be a 2-minute / 4-minute situation. If you're Wakefield, 4 minutes, you're thinking, we want to make sure that either A, Holly Springs gets this ball back, or I'm sorry, they're on defense, Wakefield. So Holly Springs either get a stop or make sure that once your offense gets the ball back, we're in the mindset to not give it back to Holly Springs.
Carter Olson off of the field with that injury. He's the one that recovered the ball in the end zone for a touchdown a little bit ago for Holly Springs. He's the injured Golden Hawk. Official is sending a Wakefield player off the field. I'm guessing that's another equipment issue.
That's what it looks like.
First down and 10 coming up here for Holly Springs. They're at their own 45-yard line. Less than 6 minutes left now in the 4th quarter. Is it time to start taking some shots at this point? You got to score twice. Pare looking downfield, and it is incomplete. That pass was intended for Lamar Daniels, so good to see him back out on the field after he was shaken up a few plays ago.
Right. And you called it, Nick. It is about that time Holly Springs thinks to start taking shots down the field.
That'll bring up second down, does stop the clock. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line, 5:48 to go in the 4th quarter.
And Holly Springs still has 3 timeouts, so all 3 timeouts are left. So that's one thing to make a mental note of. So you speak about scoring quickly, but you still have 3 timeouts.
And we're going to get a timeout here from Wakefield. Timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. We'll be back in just a moment from WakeMed Soccer Park. Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. Timeout's over. 5:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Holly Springs ball, 2nd and 10 from their own 45, down 37-28 to Wakefield. They'll keep this on the ground. This is Chop Perkins. He gets through the initial contact and gets the first down across midfield down to the 43-yard line of Wakefield.
And that's what Holly Springs should do. Continue to do, I think, until right around that 3-minute mark. Keep running this ball.
Back to Perkins. He will gain about 4 on the play there. That means the clock is running. 5:20 and counting left in the fourth quarter. It's down to the 39-yard line. And Holly Springs going to have to start moving here. Lamar Daniels in the backfield now. Pare is going to keep it himself, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage, gain of a yard. 3rd and 5 coming up, but more importantly, it's 4:50 left on the clock.
And that right there might have been too much of a designed run in the middle of the field, especially with the clock ticking. But, again, they're still fine. You still have plenty of time, 3 timeouts. You just need points here.
They've run 25 seconds off the play clock at this point. Back to Daniels. He's hit in the backfield, tosses it back to Pare, and Pare is going to get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Heads-up play by Lamar Daniels, but that's pretty dangerous this late in the game.
And that is going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 5 from the 38-yard line. They need to get to the 33. So big play coming up here as we go under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Holly Springs has to convert on this. They give it to Perkins. Perkins is going to be really close. He is right at the line.
Wow. That tells you what they think of Jaden Perkins, giving him the ball in between the tackles on 4th down and on what, 6?
4th and 5.
4th and 5.
And he got the first down. Only 3:40 left in the fourth quarter, though, and they're down by 9 points. So at some point, you're going to have to go to the air, I think. Or at least maybe try to get him the ball in space.
Yeah, no, I think right now you're starting to get to that point where you got to.
We're going to have a timeout called by Wakefield. So timeout Wakefield, 3:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Holly Springs trailing 37-28. It'll be first down at the 32-yard line when we come back.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association and your host school welcome you to today's game. Each game showcases core values: sportsmanship, integrity, respect, and accountability.
As we cheer to remember our purpose.
Creating opportunities for students to learn, compete, and grow.
Tonight, we challenge everyone to set the standard through actions and examples.
Together, through leadership, service, and sportsmanship, we can set the standard.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. First down and 10 from the 32-yard line coming up here for Holly Springs. Pare to the air. He's got a man open!
Oh!
He loses his feet, but he makes the catch. Caden Peterson down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Golden Hawks.
And great design. Fake the jet sweep and get the slip from the slot guy up the middle of the field. Man, I wish he had kept his feet.
They go back to the ground. Pare is going, well, he's still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 5-yard line. The officials stopped the clock.
and some people diving on top of the pile.
I saw that. 3:10 left in the fourth quarter. Holly Springs, 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. They've got to score twice, though, down 9, 37-28 against Wakefield. And now they're going to do the direct snap to Perkins. Perkins down to about the 2-yard line.
They're going to have to hurry up and do the same thing, and it looks like Coach just gave them that hand motion.
I believe you're correct. Coach Firth over there on the far sideline saying, let's go, let's go, let's go.
The referee's making them hold up.
Perkins lined up for the snap again. He gets it. It's a high snap, but he is going to be in. Touchdown, Holly Springs. Chop Perkins, the 2-yard touchdown run. And now Holly Springs is within a score with 2:24 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And that's just determination by Chop Perkins. Looks like we have a injured Golden Hawk on the field.
Had several injuries here in the fourth quarter, and we're going to take a timeout while they deal with that. Looks like a cramp. We'll be right back here at WakeMed Soccer Park. Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park. 2:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Holly Springs just scored a touchdown. We're waiting for the extra point. It's 37-34 Wakefield. Again, 2:24 to go in the fourth quarter, and Holly Springs lining up for that extra point attempt. Kick is blocked.
Oh.
37-34 is your score. 2:24 to go in the fourth quarter after the extra point attempt is blocked. And now Holly Springs likely, I guess you don't have to go for the onside kick. You do have all 3 timeouts if you're Holly Springs, but
that's what I was going to say.
Do you go for the onside kick?
I would say kick it deep. Let your defense, you have your 3 timeouts. Let your defense get you a stop. You already know this offense from Wakefield can go 3 and out or get off the field rather quickly, just given the style of offense they have. So if I'm Holly Springs, 3 timeouts, what I'm thinking here is kick the ball deep, no return, if not out the back of the end zone, and then we're going first play, maybe let it bleed a little bit, right? But the next 2, we get, as soon as they touch the ground, we got to blow the timeout.
2:24 to go. There is no 2-minute warning in high school football.
I was thinking it.
Hey, we could add a 2-minute warning, make the games last longer if you want.
I don't know about that.
There's only one guy deep here for Wakefield, so I don't know. Do you try like a middle length kick here? See if you can.
I say boot it down there.
It's going to be a squib kick.
Don't kick it out of bounds. Oh,
and Wakefield falls on it at the 20. That would have gone out of bounds if they had let it keep going. 2:20. 2:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Wakefield takes over at its own 20-yard line. 1st and 10, holding on to a 3-point lead.
So they need this 3 and out. Wakefield, you got to know, at least 2 first downs definitely wins you a game. But if you get 1, it's looking like you're going to sail out of here. 1-1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hit immediately in the backfield is Jack Loving. And Holly Springs will take a timeout with 2:18 to go.
And this is what we were talking about. If they can get a 3 and out here, you might not even use 18 seconds.
If you're just joining us here on the broadcast on WakeCountyAthleticZone.com or on the NFHS Network, I'm Nick Stevens alongside TJ Thorpe. We are closing in on the end of this one. Wakefield leading 37-34, but it has been a wild night. Holly Springs scored the first 2 touchdowns, Chop Perkins twice in the first quarter to take a 14-0 lead. Then Wakefield scored 30 unanswered points to go up 30-14, and now Holly Springs has battled back to within 3 points, 37-34. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Wakefield has the ball, 2nd and 12 on its own 18. Holly Springs still has 2 timeouts left. So this game far from over as Holly Springs tries to make a comeback here.
Yep, and it starts with the defense right now. Holly Springs needs a play from this defense in the worst way.
Wakefield going to the air, and it is caught. Holly Springs will take a timeout. It's caught at the 25-yard line, so a gain of about 7. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. That pass was caught by Grayson Clopton. They're actually going to mark that at the 24, so it'll be 3rd and 6. And another timeout for Holly Springs with 2:11 to go.
Interesting call. I know you want to get into 3rd and manageable, but running the risk of stopping the clock right there that close to your end zone, I'm not sure that's what I would have did. Right. But I think that's why he threw something quick with timing, knowing that the defense doesn't want to get beat deep.
For sure. 2:11 to go. It's going to be 3rd down and 6, and this might be the biggest 3rd down of the game right here. As Wakefield, they can convert this 3rd down and try to put this game away, or Holly Springs can force a punt and get the ball back with time to tie, force overtime, or take the lead and win maybe.
Right. And say with 1 timeout left, Holly Springs needs this stop, or that, like you said, could be the end of their night.
Wakefield sends a man in motion. Here's a snap. Brogdon's pass is caught by Harrington. Harrington is going to get the 1st down. 1st and 10 coming up for Wakefield as we hit the 2-minute mark here in the 4th quarter, and that might be enough.
I think they have enough time to stop the clock one more time, or enough timeouts, but I'm not so sure they have enough time.
Wakefield, unsurprisingly, keeps it on the ground here. Keep the clock running as we hit the 1:30 mark. Clock will be stopped. It's 2nd down coming up here for Wakefield.
I think Holly Springs just burned their last timeout.
That is correct. Holly Springs takes their 3rd and final timeout with 90 seconds left in this one. Wakefield ball, 2nd down and 6. Up 37-34. They're putting 3 seconds back on the clock, so 1:33 now.
That 3 seconds could be the difference.
You never know. I mean, talked to Fuquay last night. They won on the last play of the game, so
Never know what can happen.
You want all the time you can get when you're the team who's trying to come back from behind, that's for sure. And if my math is correct, which don't take my word for it, but if my math is correct, Holly Springs can still get the ball back if they force a punt.
If they force a what?
A punt.
Oh, I thought you said a fumble.
Well, then they would definitely have the ball.
Right.
So thank you. Well, actually, they would have to recover the forced fumble.
This is true.
If you want to get technical. Wakefield keeps it on the ground, and Harrington is going to be hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That was actually not Harrington. That was it was Harrington. Was it? I can't read the numbers.
It was.
From this
Number 12, not right.
perspective. Harrington coming off the field.
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry. It was not. It was 24,
Chris
I believe.
Smith.
Chris Smith, yes.
Okay. I was questioning myself. 1 minute left now in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 8. And they're going to let this play clock run all the way down. It's at 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. They keep it on the ground again to Chris Smith. He's going to be hit and dropped well short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 4.
They won't have to run another
And
play.
they will not have to run another play. The play clock matches the game clock exactly. And that is going to do it. Wakefield is going to beat Holly Springs tonight and move to 1-1 on the season. 37-34 will be your final score. Holly Springs falls to 0-2. 2 heartbreaking losses for the Golden Hawks by a combined 6 points.
And the resiliency shown by Wakefield. They could sniff this win that they've been searching for, and their defense made sure there was no way they were leaving without a dub tonight. Hats off to the defense. Hats off to this team for continuing to battle.
And congratulations to head coach Brandon Hughes in his first win as the head coach of the Wakefield Wolverines. He's obviously got the program improving in his early days there at Wakefield. 37-34 is your final score. We're going to have the trophy presentation and player of the game coming up in just a moment. We'll be right back here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary.
Showcases core values: sportsmanship, integrity, respect, and accountability.
As we cheer, remember our purpose.
Creating opportunities for students to learn, compete, and grow.
Tonight, we challenge everyone to set the standard through actions and examples.
Together, through leadership, service, and sportsmanship, we can set the standard.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, where Wakefield has just won its first game of the season, 37-34 over Holly Springs. We're waiting for Wakefield to come and get its trophy, its team trophy for winning the showcase event tonight. Wake County Public Schools Athletic Director Darren Coe will be giving the trophy to head coach Brandon Hughes and his captains at Wakefield, and the player of the game will be announced here as well. I'll tell you, the player of the game, I know it typically goes to the team that won, but there were multiple candidates on both teams that could have won that award.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, the name that jumps out is Jaden Perkins.
Yeah.
As one of the guys who could have definitely won that award on the other team.
Lamar Daniels. Landon Brogdon, the quarterback. Naira Harrington for Wakefield. There's a lot of names that you could you could come up with for
Pick
that
a
award.
Brogdon, any Brogdon.
Yeah. You see the team getting the trophy there. They're very excited.
They are. They almost forgot one more award.
A win is a big one. And Naira Harrington is the player of the game tonight. Harrington, 2 touchdowns, a 77-yard interception return for a touchdown, and a 3-yard run for a touchdown that ended up being the game-winning touchdown for Wakefield. It made it 37-28 in the fourth quarter. So congratulations to Naira Harrington. Congratulations to the Wakefield Wolverines on their win tonight over the Holly Springs Golden Hawks. Again, your final score 37-34 here at WakeMed Soccer Park. We're going to get to our game highlights in just a moment and show you how we arrived at this final score.
It's good to see a program like Wakefield's come back.
Here we go. We're going to start the first quarter. Chop Perkins opened things up with a 32-yard touchdown after an interception by Carter Nelson. An extra point made it 7-0 Holly Springs. And then just later in the quarter, it's going to be a 1-yard touchdown run. Again, Chop Perkins. He scored the first 2 touchdowns of the game for Holly Springs. 14-0 Golden Hawks after 1. Second quarter now. Holly Springs looking to pass, but it's going to be intercepted by Gabriel Loyola, and he returns this 38 yards for a touchdown less than a minute into the second quarter, and that shifted everything. That was 14-7 Holly Springs at that point. Moments later, Landon Brogdon, a 1-yard touchdown run for the Wolverines. That tied the game at 14-14, and it was all Wakefield after that for quite a while. Again, Holly Springs looking to pass, and this time Naira Harrington, the player of the game, gets the interception, and he is gone all the way back, 77 yards for a pick 6. 21-14, first lead of the game for Wakefield. Zach Wilson had a 29-yard field goal to make it 24-14 at halftime, and then Landon Brogdon to Grayson Brogdon in the third quarter, down the middle of the field, 28 yards for a touchdown. It was 30-14 Wakefield, 30 unanswered points, but then Holly Springs comes back. Lamar Daniels, a 79-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good to make it 30-21. Wakefield up by 9, about a minute to go in the third quarter. And then after a Keegan Johnson recovery in the end zone here, Carter Olson, recovers the touchdown in the end zone here after Perkins fumbled at the goal line. So you get an offensive lineman touchdown. And then Naira Harrington. This was the dagger, a 3-yard touchdown run for Wakefield to make it 37-28. 7:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Chop Perkins did have a 2-yard touchdown late in the fourth quarter, making it 37-34. But time ran out on Holly Springs. So Wakefield, the 37-34 win tonight in the Wake County Football Showcase. We'll have much more from this game and the Southeast Raleigh win over Dudley on WakeCountyAthleticZone.com and on Wake County Athletic Zone on Instagram. For TJ Thorpe and Brady Pugh, I'm Nick Stevens. Thanks for watching the Wake County Football Showcase at WakeMed Soccer Park. Good luck the rest of the season.